Hey everybody, hope you guys are having a great week. I am actually coming on today to record myself doing my daily makeup. I am out of the foundation I usually use right now. I kind of have some cheap foundation. I'm gonna improvise. I just wanted to show you guys how I do my makeup. I have a lot to learn, but I thought by coming on here and sharing what I do and how simple I am, you can kind of see where I'm at. Now, I actually went to school for art, so I feel like I could be passionate about makeup. By talking to you guys, I can start keeping myself accountable and really start diving deep into the makeup world. My makeup bag's pretty crazy right now, but I do have a couple good things here and there. I'm just gonna start out with doing my foundation. Now, like I said, I don't have the foundation I usually use. Right now, I really like the CC cream. It's the CC cream from Sephora. They came out with it not too long ago. I forget what brand it was. I really like it on my skin because it just kind of gives that natural glow. Right now, I actually have a few different ones that are not my tone at all, but I do have some Avon. My mom actually sells Avon, and the one benefit of her selling Avon is that I get to try out products, which is really cool. And Avon actually got bought out by a new company. They're called LG, I believe. So they kind of have like mid-grade products, and some of it for the price is pretty decent. So I like to try out the makeup and kind of, I don't necessarily like this foundation on my skin. For certain skin types, this probably would work really well, but for mine, it seems to glide off pretty easily. It does say long wear foundations, and it's like cashmere complexion. For me personally, my skin, it just doesn't work very well, but it's really all I have today. So we're gonna make it work. I'm just gonna go in. I'm not gonna use too much of it because I'm gonna go back in with some too dark of foundation and just kind of use that to contour, but also as like a mixture of the foundations. And this one actually is by Avon as well. This is the ink lasting kind, so I'm just gonna go in with the darker and kind of put it in the contour area and then just kind of blend it with the one that's too light because I don't have the foundation that I like right now. We're just gonna go in and blend, which a lot of people actually do this to contour anyways. I just, for some reason, haven't done it as much. Then we're gonna go back in and blend. And I kind of already have dark on there. We'll kind of see how this goes. And I am kind of tan right now, so my face is usually lighter than my skin, my face, because I try to protect my face as much as possible. Coming from an esthetician, wear SPF. But I promise you that we're all human and we definitely aren't perfect. I actually have a whole drawer behind me of makeup and brushes and all that fun stuff that I want to start practicing on other people with. It's okay to also invest in your own self and get a new beauty blender because this stuff holds bacteria and mine's pretty sad, and you don't want to put bacteria on the skin. It's almost like going and working out and then eating terrible, you know? You're kind of just staying consistent, I guess, or slowly gaining weight, who knows? So I didn't do much on my neck here, but I'm just kind of bringing it down a little bit. Today I'm probably not going to wear anything too crazy, so I'll just kind of blend it in. I don't have currently any concealer, so I'm actually just going to go back in with this cashmere and then just kind of create my own because we are doing things. So I'm just going to add a little bit more and above, kind of lift my eyebrows a little bit. I have a big forehead, so I have tiny lips. I have to figure out ways to kind of make it look a little better, but I'm excited to learn more and be more strict with makeup so I can kind of play around with that. Sometimes I put the setting powder on. The setting powder I have is actually through Avon as well, so I guess I'm doing an Avon advertisement today. Shout out to my mom if you guys want to buy Avon. She's the best. So this is called VDL, but it's actually a color corrector setting powder, so it has 4 different, it's a Luma Layer correcting powder, and then the rest is in French. It's just a loose setting powder, and it works pretty well. I can put some on here just to show you. I usually don't wear setting powder every day. And then we can let that set. I guess I can contour too. Just chill. I drank all my coffee already. I need coffee. I don't need coffee though, because I already drank a whole cup of coffee. Now we let that sit, blend that in here, and then we can brush off the remaining if we need to. So far, I have used all Avon products. Avon's not too expensive, and it's a little bit higher grade than Walmart. Mid-grade, different. You know, it's been around for a long time. Our grandmas ordered Avon. Especially if you're in the Midwest, stuff like that we grew up with. So it's cool. It's all good. All right, so I'm gonna blend that in here. Okay, moving on. So now we're gonna do some powder contour. The Benefit Highlight Contour and Bronze palette. So I just go back in and put a little bit here. I like to do under here because I'm kind of insecure about under my neck. I've always not had a prominent jawline. I just don't think I have a big chin, and I've never really been like, I think thinnest I think I was like 14, and even then I still had like this come down. So I've always been kind of insecure about that. So even before contouring, you know, I struggled, well, let's take a step back. I struggled with acne really bad growing up, and I started taking birth control like even at 14 or 13 to combat it, because that's what the dermatologist recommended. A lot of times that's what they do to control your hormones, because mine was pretty bad. And I even had a topical cream like Accutane and used that as well. You know, before then I like tried Proactive, I tried all of it, Walmart stuff, and it just wasn't really, it would work temporarily and it would just come back. At an early age I learned to do my makeup. Started out actually using Bare Minerals. I didn't start with Bare Minerals. I started with cheap makeup and then worked my way up to Bare Minerals. But I would not leave the house without makeup. Like even at the age of 14, I would do my hair, my makeup, because I was so insecure. I would always like blow dry my hair, straighten it, and do my makeup. And I also was insecure about, you know, this area. Even at that age, I had that. You know, I never had like a prominent jawline. It's been smaller. And also I had big cheeks, which isn't bad, but growing up, when you like we grew up with phones, but not smartphones necessarily. So you would have magazines of like Victoria's Secret models, and you'd see like their prominent faces, and they kind of have that sunken in look. And so I had, you know, that big cherubic face. And so at an early age, I learned to contour, and I didn't really know it was like a thing. I just thought it was something I had to do because my face was more round. I've always loved art and stuff, so I kind of just took that upon myself to figure that out. And then the early 2000s with like Kim Kardashian, and then she started becoming more popular. They come out with the contouring and da-da-da-da-da. You know, in the Midwest, because we are always behind, it started to become more of a known fact, like in daily makeup, not just like professional makeup grade, but like people doing their daily makeup started taking on those habits. Now I'm going to use the Morphe, so I blended in the powder contour. I'm just coming with Morphe. I'm using the blush. So I have always like taken advantage of my apples on my cheeks, but you know, lately I was putting it more up here, but now it's kind of like coming back in style, like the really appley blush. So I kind of do both. So I've been kind of playing with it, and I kind of blend it in, which I kind of got a lot here. I'll just kind of mix it in here and do both. I've seen it become more popular too to kind of put on the nose. I like to do that too, but I like to kind of keep it up. And if I get too much on my eyes, I'll come back in with more concealer to kind of whiten that back up. I've been seeing people do like this, which kind of ties it in here. Highlighter. So this was out of my BoxyCharm. I actually ordered BoxyCharm for 6 months, and I got makeup, and then that was kind of around the time too that I started the business here. I didn't use the skincare as much, so I've been trying to give it to people that actually will use the skincare, but I have been keeping the makeup, and some of the makeups are actually pretty good in the BoxyCharm. It's pretty cool. But this one was a highlighter. It rubbed off, but that's what it looks like. It says like Kinder or something. The highlighter's pretty. I come back in with like more of the yellow tone highlighter. I'm using the same brush as the blush, probably just because I'm cheap. It kind of is nice because it still mixes in with the color. And I put a little bit on my nose here. I kind of go over and up. And then I like to put some above my eyebrows just to kind of lift the eyebrows a little bit here. I'm actually coming in with Avon again. I know, my mom's gonna be so proud of me. So I'm actually using the Avon Rouge Matte. I love this stuff. It's kind of like a mixture. It's not too matte. It kind of gives me like lip glossy chapstick feel. A little bit of color. Here I don't line my lips. I just kind of add some color to my lips. Especially if I'm in a hurry and stuff, it's just, okay, this is my day-to-day makeup. So then I had been using the Better Than Sex mascara, which works really well. It's time to let it go. This is one that I need to let go. It's dry. It's time to either buy more or throw this away. I don't know, but I'm having a hard time throwing this away for some reason. So I went in and bought the Walmart version. This one's actually pretty good, but it does stay on your eyelashes. It's not waterproof. It does stay on your eyelashes pretty good. And that is one thing that's kind of a pet peeve at night nighttime when you're trying to clean your face, you're like, I don't want to rub my eyes too much. But this stuff is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I've always enjoyed like massaging my eyelashes and eyes when I do my mascara, and I always struggle with it getting on my lids. As I get older, I don't want to like always raise my eyebrows when I do it, so I try to go like this. And I go in and I look down sometimes, but I feel like I don't get the full effect when I look down, but I try to like work it through nice and slow and just kind of pull it and be patient. And then sometimes I'll be furious and just get it everywhere and then work it through. It depends on how I'm feeling that day and like how intense I want my eyelashes to be or how much effort I really want to put into it. I make sure I feel that it's like at the base of the eyelash, so I can actually feel it like massaging through each eyelash almost. So I can really get it and it not be clumpy. As you can see, it's kind of building up on the bottom though, so I'll have to really go back through and get that and recoat it after it dries a little bit here. You can even turn the mascara on to get the thicker side too. Voila! I need to clean it up, but it kind of gave me eyeliner line too. And so I'm weird. I don't use an eyelash curler. I actually use my fingers because I'm the type of person I like to try to be a minimalist where I can. Even though I'm bougie, I like to be a minimalist where I can. So like if I'm in an instance where I'm doing makeup and I don't have an eyelash curler, I want to be able to like curl my eyelashes. So I've always just used my fingers, and I like go to the base of my eyelash and I'll start there and just hold, and I count for 5 seconds, and then I go and I don't do the whole eyelash. I like work in sections because your fingers are flat and your eye is kind of rounded. So I go in sections and I hold, and then I work my way above the eyelash. So then I go into kind of the middle of the eyelash. I don't have as much pressure, but I kind of pull up more. So then I go like that, and then I work in sections. So the cool thing is when you do that, if you put a lot of mascara and then you kind of pull out too. If you put a lot of mascara on your eyelashes, it kind of takes the residue off too. So it kind of like naturally cleans them and makes them more natural looking at the same time, as well as like fluffing them up. I'm gonna go in, and I've always done this. I just clean it with a Q-tip. I know I'm terrible. I'm gonna grab a Q-tip really quick. All right, I'm back. That was fast. So then I go in, for some reason I have these long Q-tips. I literally lick it. If I have oil-based makeup remover, that's the best. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and I just clean up, you know. And you might get off some of the foundation as well. Totally normal. You can go back in and blend. Since I don't on a daily basis do my eyeshadow, I like to have more of a natural look. I literally just go in and clean it up, which lately I have not been doing my eyebrows. I offer eyebrow lamination and tinting, so I'm kind of just letting my eyebrows go natural again. I did get it done, but I want to practice and do it on myself. If I laminate them and everything, then I can have them already done and not have to worry about it and just keep my makeup minimal. I can't even, my fingers are too small. I'll do the whole thing and just kind of lick them and push them up, which is terrible. But if there's foundation on your eyebrows and you don't really have anything else, you gotta use what you have. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my simple finished makeup look, mainly used by Avon, I guess, today. So shout out to Avon, and my mom sells it, so whoop whoop. Brownie points. Okay, so yeah, just a simple look here. I kind of improvised, like I said. I don't really have everything right now, but I just kind of utilize with what I have. Other than that, I just wanted to share with you guys kind of what I do on a day-to-day basis just to look decent. A lot of times I try not to wear makeup and be happy with the skin I'm in. I love makeup too, and I want to start venturing into that and get to a more creative side in that area. So I thought I'd check in and kind of share my simple updated makeup look. Nothing too crazy. If you guys have any questions, leave comments below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Have an awesome day.